Now we're going to go ahead and look at individual widgets. You'll notice I already have the emulator open from the last video that I made. This is just to show that the emulator is independent from the IDE, and you don't have to shut the emulator down after every single video. You can just leave it open in the background. That way you don't have that annoying startup time. So we're going to create a new project. Let's call this button 1. Now, as this is configuring the project, ask yourself, did you follow the last tutorial? A, type the word tutorial, hit enter, and all the code is right there ready. If not, I strongly encourage you to go back and make the live template. It'll make your life a lot easier. All right, so we have our main function, which is the entry point. We're calling run app, which is making a new material app. The home is the my app class, which is stateful. So we are creating a state here, and we're holding that state in memory. The state simply extends the state of my app. Notice the circular reference here. My app is creating a state which extends my app. Why is that a thing? Why is there a circular reference there? The reason is actually very simple. The my app itself, think of it as yourself. You're the application. The state, however, is the clothes that you're wearing. They're your clothes, so you have to have a reference back to who you are. But they're not you, they're your clothes. They're what you're presenting to the world. And we know we're presenting because of this widget build function. Anytime you see widget build, think render. We're rendering something to the screen here. All right, we've got all of this in here. We've already talked a little bit about scaffold, the app bar, and the body. What we're going to be focused on is right here. So let's go ahead and hit comma, enter. And then up here, let's make a new variable. We're going to say we're going to run this. Let me pull the emulator back up. It'll take just a moment to build and push this out. And you can see it says hello world. What we're doing here is we've made a value. That value is assigned in the value property of the text component. Now we're going to actually change that value. We want to call the setState function. And we're going to, within the setState function, change the value of that variable. Now, we're going to make a new raised button. Notice how the onPressed function says null. And let's just, for clarity, do that, onPressed. We want to set the child. This is a common design pattern. Let's go ahead and look at the emulator, and you can see how the hot reloading's already taken place. It says hello world, and click me is grayed out. It's grayed out because the onPressed is null. If we simply say onPressed and give it a reference to that function, hot reloading should take care of it, and suddenly it's enabled. When we click OK, watch the hello world. Suddenly it says, my name is Brian. That is an example of a raised button along with changing the state. So what we've really done here is we've said the raised button, onPressed, and in the onPress, we're saying setState. And we can set as many variables as we want. Flutter will track these variables for us, and it will automatically update knowing that the state has changed. This comes with the caveat that this is done in the state class.